Chad Zonqua here with the Honey Hazard Scent Domination System. Now, chances are you found this course for one of two reasons. A, you already know how important it is to smell not only good, but better than anyone in the room for social success. You already done your research and you know that the way you smell turns out is actually even more important than the way you look in many social settings. Or B, you're just interested in starting a business of selling fragrances with an extra niche of selling diffusers. And you're wondering why you should choose my course when there's so many others out there. Well, first, let me explain how I even got into making perfumes and diffusers.
Long story short,
so I had invented a type of diffuser using honey. Just so happened to have some insider information from decades ago, but there was one problem with honey. I mean, you wouldn't want to put it on your skin because it's sticky and messy. But I thought, what if you could use it in a diffuser? So after much trial and error, I finally found a way to use honey as a diffuser in such a way that I wouldn't need to touch your skin. And in so doing, I also discovered that using a diffuser is actually the best way to use perfume or cologne for several reasons. And I'll get back to those reasons later. First, let me assure you that I know there's some times, depending on what you're wearing and your fashion style, that there might not be, it might not be practical for you to wear a diffuser. And I understand that, and I have not neglected that in my course. I still cover wearing perfume on your skin for those occasions. Now, before I tell you all that you're going to get from my course, let me briefly explain some of the advantages that you'll get from using a diffuser over spraying perfume directly onto your skin. A, you won't be spraying toxic chemicals on your skin. And I've got several links and citations to back that up from various organizations, from associations, governments, private corporations that prove that many popular fragrances that are out there are putting dangerous and toxic chemicals in their perfumes and colognes. B, consistency. So when you spray perfume or cologne on your skin, it's going to end up smelling different than on somebody else's skin because their body chemistry and the way they sweat and stuff, such and so forth, and various factors, it's going to smell different on different people. And in fact, it could even smell different on you from one day to another. C, saving money. So when you spray perfume or cologne, either that you bought or you made on your skin, and you take a shower at the end of the day, it's gone after that. But if you put it in a diffuser, you can use it again the next day and even the next day. So you'll be saving money because you won't be needing to use as much. So if you make perfume for a diffuser, there's things you can do as opposed to using it on your skin. For example, if you use it in a diffuser, you don't necessarily need alcohol or carrier oil, and you can also put different chemicals that you wouldn't want on your skin, but you could use it in a diffuser.
So in my course, you are of course going to learn how to make perfumes, colognes, and other fragrances at home with simple equipment, plus how to design a fragrance using conventional as well as some of my unique methods with special notations on designing such for a diffuser. You're also going to learn how to improve or change an existing fragrance, both that's already been made and beforehand in a written recipe by someone else. Plus, techniques and strategies for wearing perfumes, as well as things that you need to know about body chemistry and body odor and how to help control it, and things about the scent in your environment and designing a seductive smellscape. And of course, how to make my unique and various diffusers made with honey, which includes the queen bee stinger for your environment, such as your car.
If you flap her wings like so a couple of times, she's going to get mad and puff you out a little bit more fresh scent from her stinger.
You're going to get my amazing ebook, and you're going to get that exclusively in my course.
Check out the course description and even more detailed info on honeyhazard.com, which will lead you right back here, where I'll welcome you as a new hazard.